vaccination by the WHO recommendations. When you start getting younger than 6 months of age, the proportion of children who will respond to the vaccine decreases markedly, and that's because of the presence of maternal antibody. And when you get to very young children, impaired other just immunologic immaturity, I'll say. So right now, the current recommendations are not to give measles vaccine younger than 6 months of age. There have been many efforts over the years to try to develop new vaccination strategies to do that, the high titer vaccine being one of them, but that had its own problems. But so I would say right now, the recommendations are not to administer the measles vaccine younger than 6 months of age.
And to add on to that, some people raised the question of should 6 months become the standard age for vaccination as opposed to 9 months of age.
Yes, and I think that's certainly worth a discussion. I don't think we have the data yet to support that. But what may drive that, Walt, is as more women of childbearing age have vaccine-induced immunity rather than wild-type immunity, they're going to have lower levels of antibodies, pass on lower levels to their children, and so that waning of maternal antibodies, which is really why we wait till 9 months of age, may be occurring, and we have some evidence, is occurring at younger ages, and so I think that's certainly a topic for discussion, but not the current WHO recommendations.
Thank you. I could ask Noni. One of the issues in terms of advocacy is it seems a lot easier to advocate on measles than on rubella. Do you have any recommendations as to what can be done to try and get the remaining countries to introduce rubella vaccines and to take rubella elimination more seriously?
So I'm going to say three things, Walt. I think one of the big problems in those countries is that there are people that fund the healthcare system have not and run the immunization program have not seen rubella as being such an important issue for them. But I think they have overlooked the congenital rubella consequences. They just haven't seen them and gone out and looked for them. And the more data we can collect from those countries that were listed by Patrick, the more we'll able to be able to show them, you have a problem here. This could be prevented. And these children really have serious damage. But, when you're out in a community where your birth is in a rural village, people may not see it at all or even recognize it. And I just think the biggest thing we need is more data. And pediatricians need to be yelling and screaming that we need to collect that data, because that is a preventable serious disability impacting disease. Over.
Thank you. And if I could add one more point, it's very important that even people, pediatricians in the high-income countries, advocate not only for doing more to eliminate measles and rubella in their countries, but on a global scale. It's a win-win situation. It helps low and middle income countries, but it also helps high income countries because of reducing the risk of importation. We are one globe, one earth. And it's very important that, as Mary mentioned, the advocacy period, my own experience when I was directing the United States immunization program, is the American Academy of Pediatrics played a major role in getting us this support. And we had 2 presidential initiatives on immunization where we got millions and millions of dollars and we built our system. I wrote that up in the Pediatric Infectious Disease Journal in 2006. But through the CSOs and professional organizations, pediatricians in particular played a big role in helping to make this happen. Unfortunately, we've run well over time. And so I think we need to move on to the next issue. I think the questions that I have were answered by the speakers in their actual talks. And so I'd like to turn it back over to Ornetta to lead the certificate session.
Thank you very much, Doctor, professors, as well as all our speakers and moderators. We extend our warmest round of applause and appreciation to our honorable speakers and, of course, to our moderators for the incredible and eye-opening presentations and discussion. As a token of our gratitude, we'll now present certificates to our honorable speakers who have contributed greatly to our learning process today. To present the certificate, we now invite Professor Aman Pulungan and Dr. Walter Orenstein. And to our speakers, kindly turn your videos on and smile as we spotlight you alongside your certificate.
Thank you, Dr. Connors.
Thank you. Patrick, the first one is for you. Thank you for your leadership over the years, and particularly where you are today, and trying to make elimination of these diseases an issue.
Thank you, Doctor. We will now be taking pictures. 3, 2, 1. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Moss.
Thank you. Thank you. My pleasure.
I really appreciate all you have done and are doing and will do to help all of us get rid of these diseases and this health burden. Thank you so much, Bill.
Thank you, Walt.
Be taking the photo. 3, 2, 1. Thank you very much, Professor.
And again, Noni, thank you for all you have done to build confidence in the immunization system and overcoming barriers to immunization, including hesitancy. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you, Professor McDonald.
Your pleasure to be here today.
I'll be taking the photo. 3, 2, 1. Thank you very much, Professor.
And Mary, very, very special. Thank you for actually being the inspirational person in getting this webinar set up, and all you have done and are doing to reduce the burden and hopefully eliminate these diseases in the future.
Thank you.
Yes, I think it's been, really nice collaboration with our office, for preparing this webinar with you, Dr. Agar.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for working so closely. Thank you.
I'll be taking the photo. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Thank you, Professor Walter. It's been
it is my honor, and it's my honor to have had the opportunity to work with the people who presented on this webinar and the staff of the IPA who made this happen and have coordinated things in such a good
I hope
way.
if you come to India, we can meet in person
Great. Yes.
next month.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you all.
I'll be taking the photo. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. That concludes the certificate presenting session. However, of course, no event is complete without a photo session. We now invite our honorable guests, speakers, and moderators to once again turn your videos on as we take the group photo. And to all the participants, kindly turn your videos on as well. We will take a group photo with all our distinguished speakers and moderators. Let us give a few seconds to wait for everyone to turn your videos on. Be taking the photo. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. We have quite a lot of slides. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Slide 3, 2. That concludes the photo session of this webinar. Once again, on behalf of the organizing committee, we would like to extend our warmest round of gratitude and appreciation to all our speakers, moderators, and participants for making this international webinar a great success. To all the participants, kindly fill in the feedback form as detailed in the slide and has been sent via the Zoom and YouTube chat. The certificate of attendance